Hello and welcome. I am so excited about this show. I've got a very clever lady stood next to me. Claina, this is an ingenious system. You've been in the industry a long time and you've been crafting for a long time. You've been designing for a long time. And of course, this is your first show. So everybody, I'd like you to welcome Claina to Hochanda. Tell us a little bit about yourself, because you have been a crafter for yonks, haven't you?
Yeah, first of all, I'm really happy to be here.
Yay!
Yeah, I've been crafting for over 15 years, I'd say.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then shortly after, I had a gift. I had an electronic cutting machine.
Yeah.
So I started designing SVG files.
Which, to me, as soon as you say that, I go, how do you do that then?
Well,
because
yeah.
that is like, it's like, oh, that's so complicated. So just to be able to do that already messes with my head. That's amazing.
Yeah, because I taught myself, so it took a long time to do that. But yeah, and then it kind of things gradually evolve, don't they? And, and I've started designing some other products as well.
That's so exciting. But this is the first time, obviously we've seen you on TV, but launching products with your name on, things that are quite frankly so new to the market, Claina. I mean, when you look at these, at first it's like, the jigsaw letters, but these have been so well designed. When these actually slot together, literally all you're seeing is the letters. You're not seeing any lines apart from what's cutting, are you?
Yeah, it took quite a lot of work and a lot of close working with the manufacturers. It's been quite a long time in development.
I bet. Because this is different. I've not seen anything like this, Claina.
No, it was something that they'd never done before, so it was a bit of a learning curve for them as well. But we tried to include everything here, from your uppercase to your lowercase to punctuations, fun icons, but then you've got your aligners, so that if you want all your words, because you can write whole sentences here,
right? Not
just a sentiment. You can. As long as you've got enough letters.
Yeah, because we've got that one there that I've hidden. I mean, you can do huge die cut elements, and it's spaced absolutely perfectly.
That is the trick with these, because I found in the past when I've had alphabet dies, is that you've got a couple of different issues. Yeah. One is how do I get them level?
Yes.
Then another one is, like you say, how do I get them evenly spaced?
Yeah.
But another thing is, sometimes if it's an O or an E or a C where the bottom is curved, you get like they're rotated.
Yes.
So it's a lot of things, actually. Although this is quite a simple idea, it solves a lot of problems.
Yeah. And it is genius. So you've got your uppercase, you've got your lowercase. It'll all make sense when we get demonstrating. Uppercase and lowercase. You've then got now these, the Lincoln. These are absolute genius. Because these ones, at first, until we demo, that doesn't make sense. But that allows you to actually go around arches or even create circles.
Yes.
Like, because where have I put it? Bear with, everybody, that one. I have shown you, but look at that perfectly.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
That's genius. And can you see, it is literally only the letters you're seeing. You're not seeing any, sometimes you'll see the little mark, but that looks like that is one die doing that, not all individual letters. That's so clever. That is clever.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with any alphabet set, this gives you the flexibility to spell out anything you want, really, whether it's...
well, it's literally anything you want.
Yeah.
Literally.
It could be your pet name for your partner. It could be some funny family in-joke that you've got. It could be absolutely anything. Yeah. And there are so many people with unusual names now.
Yes, absolutely. Well, like, where's your thingy? Don't be nasty, have a pasty. I love that.
Well, I'm Cornish.
I mean, that sums up life. Don't be nasty, have a pasty. I love that. I mean, this is it. You could put anything on these fantastic cards. And cards we make with our, something like that is absolutely out there. We can make to sell the stuff that we've actually made from the dies, can't we?
Absolutely.
Which is fantastic, because imagine where you're going to be using these. Not just card making. These are going to be fantastic journal pages. These are going to be fantastic plastic, little, maybe your planners. I mean, there's so much you can do with these. It is all going to be in the demonstrations. That's when you're going to get to know how to use these. Now, this is the launch. This is a brand new concept that Claina's brought to us, and the first time that Claina's launched anything like this. I mean, it is seriously exciting. So pleased we've got on Hochanda. If you'd love to go for these today, 159 dies in total. You're saving a massive £10 today, 62.96. And you've got your two flexes, 31.48. And I know you said it took the manufacturers. There's been a lot of teething problems, hasn't there? They've had to try again a few times, haven't they?
Yeah, this is probably version 6 or 7,
Wow.
probably. Yeah.
So every time they came back and they weren't 100%, you were like, nope.
Yeah, it was a lot of toing and froing. We worked quite closely on it, but yeah.
Now
it's
they've
been
nailed
exciting.
it.
Yeah.
You've nailed it. And I love it because your dad's had a little bit of input in this as well, hasn't he? Because you say your dad was like, just do that, love.
Yeah. He was saying about connecting them like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't get a whole, circle between each letter. And then he said about doing a dovetail link, and I went, yeah,
Genius.
that's the one.
Genius.
Yeah.
See, thanks, Dad. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. See, there's so many things in crafting that you wouldn't think would fit, but then it's like, oh, yeah. Shake a bit of woodwork, why not? This is fabulous. Now, if you've got any questions, because this is brand new, if there's something you don't get, if there's something you want to see demoed, please get in touch. studio@hochanda.com. I nearly forgot it then. Okay, your item number 663773. You've got your flexes. We've got more on the show, but we're going to show those later because we know we want to get straight into the demo so you understand the concept. There's loads of beautiful finished cards. Obviously, it's up to you what you write. You could put anything. We've got a little clip to give you more inspiration. We're back. I was saying Claina's got posh new plates that tell her. It's like, I love that because I come on with my battered awful plates. That's fabulous. Now, for start, where do we start then, Claina? What's our first, what do we do?
Okay, well, you will find
Yes.
that the Lincolns work particularly well with the second item that's on the show, which is the alignums.
These are ace.
Yeah. These
are
also took a
ace.
little bit of work.
I bet. I bet. This is genius. And you're getting two. I'll just show you. Now, these are, bear with, because they are magnetic, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
These are super thin. These are wafer.
Yeah.
Do not put your dies the wrong way around, because obviously you don't want to be cutting these into magnets. They're too nice. You've got two A4 for $17.99, or you've got the A5. I love these,
No, the
Claina.
A5s are the same. But
Oh,
you'll
wow.
see with the A4s, you've got one horizontal and one vertical.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course, of course.
So if you're cutting directly into your card front, depending on whether your card is top folding or side folding, depends on which sheet you'll need.
Genius. Right, okay, yeah, that's such a good idea. But the A5 ones, get it?
They're the same because there's not enough room to go horizontal on those.
If you want the A5, again, it depends on your machine. It depends on what you want. You might be going for both sizes. £12.99, again, depending on your machine, 228490. Make sure you put your dies on the right way. And I'm going to say that quite a lot. Okay, so use these. Yes.
Yeah. They are very thin, and obviously we had to allow for the coating. The The card sizes on the top are actually indicated by colour.
Okay.
So if you've got a particular favourite card size, like I like a 5x7, I know to look for the turquoise square every time.
Fantastic.
So I haven't got to worry about reading the numbers particularly, because I know that's my size.
But you've put the numbers on there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the important thing is, what you find in a lot of grids is they'll work from a corner and work outwards.
Yeah.
Now what that means is the centre point on all of those is different.
Yes, of course.
So all of these has got the same centre point.
Genius.
Irrespective of what card size that you're cutting. So if you're always aligning from the centre out. Now that does mean that the centre area does get a bit worn.
Right, of course.
So what I would recommend is, if you are cutting anything that needs a lot of pressure, like if you're doing, your intricate dies, then maybe you want to cut them on a second one. Maybe you don't want to use them, but I would always keep one pristine for your lincums.
Right.
Because they're so delicate, you don't want an undulated kind of magnetic sheet to be putting them on.
Yep.
So,
okay.
I had to change my sandwich up for these.
Okay.
So the recommended sandwich on my particular machine, I took that magnetic sheet out to put my liner in.
Yeah.
But then, with the lincums, you don't want a lot of pressure with them. You want them to just skim through.
Right.
Now I found that my sandwich was still a bit thick.
Right.
Even though my aluminum is very thin, the sandwich was still a bit thick. So what I've done, now everybody's machine will be different. Even if you've got the same make as mine, they're all different.
Yeah, so have a play.
Yeah, so you will need to have a play. Now, I took the opaque one out.
Yeah.
And then I've made myself just a little card shim.
Excellent.
Now this is 6 sheets of 200 GSM card.
Amazing.
And I just put a little bit of sticky tape down both ends to keep them together, so it's like handy.
So when people are new and they've got the machine, I mean, these are going to work through any machines, whether it's electronic, whether it's a what's it, you know what I'm saying, thingy. But I'd just have a play, so like just put a little word and then have a feel. So if it feels a bit too tight, forget about it, bring it out straight away.
I would go on the low side, just to have a look. If it isn't showing that it's cut through, put another shim in. Keep adding a shim till you get just the right.
Amazing.
And then you can make a note of it. So in short, what I'm saying is the lincums work particularly well with the alignums.
Yeah.
And to get the best results in your machine, you just might have to have a little play around with your sandwich.
Perfect. We're happy with that because we've been doing it for years. Perfect.
Yeah, we're doing it for foiling and all these different things, aren't we already? So, Right, so that is my sandwich, my top sandwich.
Ready? Okay. Glasses on. Here we go.
Yeah.
And in we go.
So what we've got is
that you've done that. Go on, sorry.
So we've got your lowercase, your uppercase, you've got your numbers, you've got spacers here, you've got your different shapers, and then you've got some punctuation and all sorts. So basically, what do you want me to spell?
Oh my good grief. Shall we just put hello for now? Hello, because I like hello, and it's nice and easy.
Okay, let's
Fabulous.
do the uppercase. So what we are doing is, you will be aware, is we are spelling things, your letters are backwards.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, so that's fun. I've actually cut my nails today, so I'm finding it's a little bit trickier than normal to pick them up, but
that is easy though.
But this is the most time-consuming bit, but this is the fun bit, I find.
Yeah, but that's well easy. So literally, they just slot together as though it were a jigsaw, so they're holding each other in place perfectly. Yeah,
because if I pull that letter there and I pull it across it, they will come in like a little train.
Oh wow, yeah, it's perfect.
So they will move around for you to get your placement.
Oh, and that's so
But there's
quick.
enough grab.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I did have to double the strength of these magnets because they're so thin. But so they have got enough grab to hold, but you can still move them around a bit. So that's
perfect.
Good.
That is perfect. So it allows you, because you've got that your central point, every single time you can position that absolutely spot on.
Yeah, if you've got a card front, or if you want to put it in the front of a card itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter now because I'm just putting it into just a piece of scrap card, but Yeah,
Yeah.
you can choose where you want it. So in a minute, I'll do it with a frame, and we can decide where where we want it. So
just put your card, and obviously it's your, you know, whatever card you fancy, because you'll put all your different your different card weights on there as well.
Yeah, you'll have to have a look at
play with your different
maybe
ones.
yeah, you might have to have a look at, you know, make sure your sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, that's going through. If I show you up close, this is how, can you see these? So the actual dies, you can see they literally just slot together. They literally link. As the name suggests, they literally link. The thing is with these are so smooth, even you're joining pieces, look. So even when you want a spacer, that is so smooth, you will not see, and this is the genius part, you're not gonna see this edge. And how many times have you know, with your dies, you've had dies, but the bit that you're not meant to see, you see, it marks.
Yeah, that's why really you need it to just skim through.
Yes.
So what I have found is if I wanted to, say, on the same card front, put a sentiment and use one of my intricate dies at the same time, I need high power, high pressure for that, but not for this. So it's just, you want to put them through separately, that's all.
Yeah.
So that's...
Spot on. Absolutely spot on. And I just think that looks beautiful. It's neat, it's tidy, it's absolutely perfect. Obviously it's cutting into, but then you do get the letters out as well. Of course they're always separate, but you just keep your bits, and you can obviously put those back on a card as well, so using both.
And the thing is, if you put just some double-sided tape behind that, you can do the kind of paper piecing, you know, what do they call it? The inlaid die cuts, I think they call it, don't they?
Yeah, which looks so nice.
Yeah, because you've got like a seamless kind of, it's all the same height, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. That's perfect. And it's quick and it's easy. Yeah. Like you say, when it's individual dies, you know, that haven't got this this system, which is obviously brand new, never been seen before, that doing that and getting it absolutely perfect is really, really tricky. Really tricky. Right.
Yeah, and if you've got a couple, if you've got words with a couple of like a C or an O or an E that are a bit just slightly off, why is it always draws your eye, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
you're flying O. It's always the one where you go. The flying O's where you go. Can we do another?
Sure. What do you want?
Go on. It has to be a Chanda, doesn't it? Do you want me to spell it? Hochanda. Took me ages to learn how to spell a Chanda. I still have to think about it now when I say it. I think we need to, though. If we were doing spaces, would you put your spaces in, you know, if it were me and you or a happy birthday, that's where you put your spaces in? Yeah. So shall we put, I don't know, hi you. You and me. Just hi you. Should we do something like that so we can use a spacer?
Yeah.
So I'm going for this.
So I'm going to start off with a capital, and then I'll do some lowercase.
And then just one of the little spacers.
Yeah.
I think that's, you've got hearts, you've got little stars, you've got all the numbers. And it's nice as well because like the numbers, you've got two of each, haven't you? Which is good. And then of course you've got your and them ordinals.
Apparently they're called ordinal abbreviations.
Ordinal abbreviations.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew that.
Yeah, didn't we all? I didn't have to look it up.
Absolutely knew that. Never had to look that up.
So I have an exclamation mark, shall we?
Is it yes? It'd be rude not to. And scooch them over again. Yeah, it's really clever. The actual you align them. That is genius. I love the fact that you've got I didn't even notice that at first, you know, that you've got all the card sizes on it. I just thought they were pretty, I just thought they were pretty coloured lines.
So I'm actually, funnily enough, I am a massive fan of American Crafts cardstock.
Yes, yeah, it is beautiful.
I found this works really well with this.
Yeah. Yeah,
and you would think that texture card wouldn't have performed really well, but it has for some reason.
I bet we had some, what we had today, the Sizzix cardstock, that's a bit lush. I bet that'd be nice.
Oh, I bet that's similar.
He has some lovely colours as well. Yeah, I bet that'd be absolutely tremendous. Of course, you've got other dies on here, like the banners, like the bunting. So you'll be able to put your letters in the bunting as well, which is fabulous.
Yeah, so even though these are...
Perfect. So just take the little wire.
Yeah,
That's cut like a treat.
So even though these obviously were interlinked, you know, they can be used separately on the bunting. There's no reason why not.
Look at that. Hey you, hi. And that's where you put your spacer. Genius. Yeah. Absolutely genius. This is such a good system. Okay, if you've any questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. It could be whatever you want to write. Mix them up as well. There's some cards where it's with this system and then just a normal word like you're happy, and then you can put birthday. And I love that as well, that you can mix it up and with dies that you've already got at home. You know, it might be going round something that you've already got.
Absolutely. You know, it is kind of the trend to kind of mix up your fonts and your styles. So use them with your you know, your sentiment stamps or your other word dies.
Yeah, I love them with stamps. That'd be beautiful. Right, we're going to go and remind people what they've got. Have a look on the website. It is hochanda.com. Please make sure you check your baskets out. Now, you can go for them individual if you wish. If you wish, you can go for the uppercase, the lowercase, the numbers, or of course you can go for the ones that you can go around, the modular shapers. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name of them. They are clever. We will show you all of these. We're going to show you all the different ways that you can use these. It's just one of those systems, you know, where at first you think, how does that work? And then when you pick them up and you start playing, it's like, oh my word, that is so ridiculously easy. It honestly, it just makes sense. All of these, so when you look at them close, you can see it literally does look like a jigsaw piece. So look how close you can get these letters together. Now, it's that has been the genius part of this, because you are butting those letters up so it does read properly. It reads evenly. Whatever letter you're doing, it's really, really even, which looks really, really professional. Now, that in itself is absolute genius. You know, that in itself is so revolutionary. The fact that then you've got the spacer, so it'll give you that perfect crisp space. The fact that then working with your alignment sheet, it means you can write in horizontal, you can write vertical, but the beauty of it is it's always going to be even. And that looks so clever, doesn't it? That is so clever. I love the fact it can be whatever you want it to be. You know, any messages. The fact that you've got the numbers in there as well. The numbers mean it can be literally 21 again. I love that. Perfect. Perfect. So the stuff that you don't normally see in dies, or the stuff that you don't normally see in stamps, you can do it. It's not just that, is it? It's people's names. You know, it is in your journals. And this is the thing, it's definitely not just for card making. I love the fonts. It's a really nice, solid font that's easy to read. I love the fact that you can then bring in the shapers in. This is when you can start creating those ovals. You can actually die cut in a circle. That's so clever, isn't it? And I love the fact you can cut vertical as well. See, that again is so clever. This is such a good system. It's funny because when we were chatting about it, you know, it's not till you see it working that then you go, oh yeah. And then when you pick it up and have a go yourself, it is so ridiculously easy. These fit together so well. It's literally like a hand in glove. You know, they just slot together absolutely beautifully. And every time they give you that gorgeous, clean, crisp, professional look. I mean, look at that. The spacing is perfect, isn't it? You know, it's spaced perfectly across, it's spaced perfectly down. I mean, that is so professional. But you know how we said about putting it in the bunting? How cool is that? Every time, yeah, that makes us sing. Da-da-da. But I won't do that because we'll get sued, or people will just turn off. I love it. It's crisp, it's clean, it's really easy to read, and my word, what a fantastic design. Now, that's your one-day special. This is a launch. This is the first time you have seen anything like this on your screens. Brand new from Claina. And honestly, I think she's so brave to come on air for starters, because it is scary coming on air, but to bring something like this is just so clever. The work that's gone into designing these, the work that's gone into making sure these are correct, these are spot on. I mean, this has been years. This has obviously been something that, well, she didn't want to release until it was perfect. And I think that is wonderful, because obviously you want it to be spot on, and that's exactly what Claina's done for us. If you do want these, £62.96 is your price. Please check your baskets out. We do not want you to miss out on these. It is 663,773. You have got 2 payments, £31.48. That opens up a flexi order. You might then want to put some of the other dies into your flexi order, like the beautiful Broderie Anglaise doilies. Now, these are gorgeous. The detail in these is sensational.
Yeah. Yeah, they are highly detailed.
Yes.
Yes. So need quite a bit of pressure if you're doing all of the rings together.
Yeah.
But that was I just really wanted it for myself, really. A
Yeah.
doily that you could have, like a traditional doily, where you have the detail around the edge, or you can have it step by step all the way through to the centre.
Amazing.
So you can choose.
Because if I whip that round, that's going to show you your different configurations. Of course, with these, you're starting to play, because you're creating, you can bring your apertures in. So I'll show you. I might make a mess for our poor Jack, but so you've got your outside edge. These are so fine as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at that die. That is a seriously fine die. It's amazing. You've then got that one, like that, and that'll give you that nice solid centre.
Yeah, that gives you that kind of traditional doily.
Proper doily.
Yeah.
Proper doily. And then there's that die. And then there's that gorgeous little central die. Let me show you some of these. These are beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous, because obviously don't need to be doilies like that one shows.
Yeah, so I just paired that with a nested die. We've all got them in our stash.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, just made some little baubles.
Beautiful, which looks gorgeous. I mean, I love this one. Shaper cards. Obviously, because you've got that outside edge, easy to create a shaped card.
Why not?
Which looks really, really pretty. That is gorgeous, isn't it? 21 again. Yeah, it makes us giggle, that.
So that's where I've coloured behind the die.
Yeah.
To kind of emphasise what bits might be flowers, what bits might be leaves.
Yeah, that's so pretty. It's just really, really elegant, really, really pretty. And of course it can fall off the page. I like how you've teamed it up with more geometric shapes as well.
Yeah.
That looks really effective. And then, see, that's lovely. Just seen a little bit.
Yeah, you don't need to see it all. And you wouldn't think that the finished article would be kind of a scalloped.
Yeah.
Shape.
Absolutely beautiful. Now, if you'd love to get hold of this one, only £19.99. If you're getting a one-day special, you can pop that into your basket and split the payments over 2 months. Really beautiful die. 474051, that's your item number. Now, next we've got the nested heart as well. The nested heart, again, equally beautiful. And it's the same kind of concept where you've got that lovely detail again. That is lovely, Claina.
Yeah, I've kind of fallen in love with this one a little bit, excuse the pun.
Is it a bit of a favourite?
Yeah, I find myself drawn to it when I was making samples.
Yeah.
I think hearts are used for all sorts. They're not just weddings or Valentine's.
Definitely
They're
not.
used for your friends or for your niece or
absolutely friends and family, aren't they?
Yeah, anyone.
And that kind of shape as well. That's a really good special birthday. But it's also, that could be bunting. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to even be a card, does it?
Absolutely.
It's a lovely shape for bunting, is that one. Now, that's a
the
mask,
stencil.
isn't it? Yeah, I'll pop that there. Masks and stencils, you'd think I'd know the difference by now. Still don't. That's
Nor do I.
beautiful. Oh, I know.
Yeah, so that one I've cut the aperture in the front of the card.
And then dropped it in. That is so elegant. And I think that's it with these. They're just absolutely beautiful. There you go. You've got that one as well. Stunning, absolutely stunning. If you do want the beautiful, beautiful broderie on glaze hearts, is that cutting just using the outside edge?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Oh, I'm losing some bits, I think. I'm losing some shakers. That's a really good idea as well. Perfect.
Oh, they're all
I'll
coming
stop
out.
shaking. I'm losing my bits. Don't let me shake it. Now, if you'd love to get hold of that one, $17.99. What a good price. Remember, 3 dies there, gorgeous size dies, and of course, you can use them in so many different configurations. 976370. Now, the bunting, we've been chatting about bunting. Thank you, you're already on it. With the bunting, this is such a good idea because it looks good just as it is, and these are good size dies. It's big bunting.
I think they're great because that's 2 different pattern papers there on that one.
Yeah,
and then I just alternated them.
Perfect.
I love bunting. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And it's so in vogue, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's typical, like, make to amend kind of affair, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and
Bunting.
it just looks good for everything. I mean, I love this. Suspended over the card. I really like cards like that. You know, when it's suspended over aperture, I think they look cool. It looks so professional. You know, like when you get them from a posh shop.
Yeah.
It doesn't it? That's a posh shop one, is that one. And it just looks so classy. That's gorgeous. And of course, using the fantastic alphabet in there. And it perfectly sized, obviously.
Yeah, what I did with those is I made sure that they were, because, you know, whenever I make anything, I consider what size cards people might like to make.
Yeah, yeah.
So I made those big enough to fit over an 8x8 card. So they're a little bit longer than 8 inches.
Amazing.
So,
Yeah. I
So
love
then
it.
they'll work from that size downwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. But again, I mean, it's bunting. This is going to be in art journals. It is going to be in scrapbooks. You know, you can use this anywhere. If you'd love to go for those, only $22.49 if you're a Freedom member. And again, if you're going for your one-day special, you can pop them into your Flexi. 289266 is your item number. And then the stencils, these are just exquisite. Oh, look, and they match. They match perfectly. Look at that. Look at that detail. Isn't that fab? I wonder, Jack, have we got any dark cardstock? You can see that, though. That's lovely.
Yeah, I turned the doily into a background design on that one. But with the heart one, I wanted it to kind of... Normally, I do think of stencils as kind of like a background, but I wanted that one to be more of a focal point.
Yeah, yeah. Which obviously, there you go. Ding. Perfect, thank you, my love. Yeah, that looks good. So, when you've put these through your machine and embossed them...
I love embossing my stencils.
Look at that. See, that is such a good background.
Yeah.
But the heart, look at that.
That is so easy to make, you know, to make quick cards with those.
Really nice. And then obviously using texture paste, using glitter paste, anything through it. Regular stencils, Bob's your uncle. Love those
And that's
two.
with the other one in the background.
Oh, that's nice. Is that a paste through that one? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's good size as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like that
It's right
one.
up to the edge on that one.
That looks that looks really classy. That's my posh card shop though, isn't it? Again, that. Posh card shop, beautiful. They charge you $5 for that one. It's gorgeous. Now, if you'd love to get hold of these two, such beautiful detail. They're nice and thick as well, good quality.
Yeah, I got a really good impression out of them when I embossed with them.
Love them. £10.99, that's all you're paying. They're beautiful. 941126. That's your item number. Okay, get inspired again with our fantastic brand new ODS. Hello and welcome back. Right, so what do these ones, what do you use with these ones?
If you are writing a sentiment or a sentence or something, and it's more than one line, if you want them all to be aligned to the left, like in a book, where everything's you use those. So
perfect. Can we show?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
So there's two different ones, and one of them has got the pieces closer together, and the other one is a bit further apart.
Yes.
Now the reason for that is in the lowercase.
Yeah.
Those few down there, I've got the tails on the bottom, so the pieces are longer.
Right.
So your G's, your Y's, your,
Yeah, you need a little bit more space.
Yes. So that's why you've got two. So if you're just doing uppercase, you're fine with the ones that are close together, but if you're doing lowercase, you might need that one if one of those tails are in there.
Because you need to have a look. And it's dead obvious. When you look at them, you can really see the difference. So the ones that have got a slight bigger gap, that's the one with your tails. So anything with a tail, then you need your bigger gap.
Yeah.
Easy. Okay. So uppercase, we know we don't need to.
And if you're doing a longer sentiment as well, or sentence, they actually link together lengthways. So I did one with 3 lines, 2 lines, and 4 lines.
That's super.
Yeah, if you've got enough that you can spell out enough words. What I did when I did them was I wrote down all the regular sentiments that I would want.
Yes.
And then I've given you enough letters to spell out each of those words.
Fantastic.
So you may not be able to get a whole sentiment, but you can absolutely get every word you would expect to.
Amazing.
Like seasons, for instance, got 3 S's in it.
Yeah, of course.
Things like that.
Yeah,
so
seasons greetings.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't even think of that. Well, you did think of that. Yeah.
A lot of thought has gone into all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Did you say we've got a question? Oh, right next to me. That was, she says, what a great idea. This is Christine. If you can repeat, if you need to repeat a letter in a name, is there a blank die so you can go back and place a letter after you've cut the rest of the name? So essentially what you've done is given us more than one letter.
Yeah.
With a lot of them. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of alphabet systems out there that just give you one of each. And
there is.
I don't know how that's really going to work, but
yeah.
So I did try and cover you. So you may not necessarily be able to get a whole sentiment, but you will get a whole word.
Excellent.
Whatever you get in there. So you might need to do one word at a time.
Yeah. But you can get
If you have them and you love them and you enjoy working with them, you might want to then go, actually, I use the uppercase a lot and get an extra uppercase
or an extra lowercase.
Yeah, so
and I love
like
that because you've got that choice today.
Yeah.
You could get all of them and then an extra lower. But like, for instance, in the uppercase, I can 3 CS's. That wasn't a sentence. You can spell that one out. I can see 3 S's.
Yeah.
On the lowercase, there's 3 S's there. So yeah, like you say, you've got 2 A's in there. So yeah, you've got nice multiples. Elaine says, where have you been all my crafting life? I've ordered the 1-day special on both of my mats, and my husband was so impressed he bought them for me. Oh, Elaine,
lovely.
That's very lucky. Talking of the mats, if you do want the mats, people will be using these not just for your die system. I mean, that is really good for placement of any of your dies. That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Really good idea. You've got either the A5 or the A4. The A4 will give you landscape or portrait. And the A4, of course, £17.99, 308733. Please just be careful. I'm not going to say it again because you'll be like, we know, Leona. But you know what I'm going to say.
Did you want to do a curve?
Yes, please. Let's curve.
What do you want to say?
Oh, gosh. Let's do a chanda this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a chanda on a curve. Cool.
Oh.
What?
I'm going to pop my glasses.
Oh, yeah, I can find them. Bear with, I've seen them. It's all right, Jack, I'm on it. Oh, yes. There you go. Did that not disappear?
Thank you.
There you go. Right, you do a chanda. Can I do one as well?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it first. I'm just too eager. Too eager.
No, I'm just thinking, have I got 2 H's?
Oh, yes.
I don't know if there are.
Oh, we could put a small H.
Oh yeah, I could do uppercase and...
Yeah. So,
lowercase.
and with the curved one...
Oh, there must be. There's 2. Yes, it's down there.
Oh, it's just probably... Is it in wrong place?
I haven't got more memorised.
Yay!
Right, so every other one. So depending on whether you want your curve to go that way or that way.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Depends on whether you want it that way or that way. So
Perfect.
These are kind of double-sided. You can flip them over.
Yeah.
So you only need one set of these curve creators and they will do your...
And you've got loads in there as well. So it helps you curve, it spaces it out, and you can see straight away the curve taking place. So would you put it a letter, then a curve, a letter, then a curve, or does it not really matter? Yes,
I would. And if you're going to put a spacer in there,
yeah,
in between words, I would still put a curve piece either side of that spacer.
Right, okay, just to make sure. So does the C and the O need a curvy one in between?
Well, yeah, good job you're here.
It's all right, I'd have already put the word back to front. So, you know.
Yeah, that took me a little minute. When you're looking at your C's and your D's back to front with the lowercase, and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd definitely do that wrong. I'd have to write it out first and then spell it, you know. You know, I'd have to then do it. Because I actually probably couldn't even spell the Hochanda back to front. Tell ya. And yeah. Amazing.
I'm not exactly following the lines on the aligner because we're not putting it in a card front or anything.
Look at that. So does one have to go in between your H and your A as well?
Yeah, I've put one in there.
Oh yeah, I couldn't even see it.
Yeah, it's quite a seamless thing, isn't it? When they're all together.
This is, I think, when I looked at these and you start slotting them together, that's what really impressed me. How smooth they were. Because they slot together ridiculously easy. I mean, it is an incredible concept.
It was funny when I first went to the manufacturers about this and to see if it was possible. They kind of came back to me with this set, and they said, "Oh, you forgot to put your cut lines on." I said, "No,
I don't want that. Thanks." I bet they thought
how it's meant to be.
She's just created loads of jigsaw pieces. Why on earth does she want them? Did they not ask you any questions? Just like, no, love, you just need cutting edges.
I think it was when they started doing the testing that it kind of, they went, I see.
We get it. But I think that's the wonderful thing about it because it is so different.
Yeah, because I kind of had to, ensure that each collection interlinked with each other.
Yes.
So although they're kind of made standalone, they
have to work together. And I think that there's so much work gone into this. I mean, you can tell you're good at designing because the thought process behind it, but then actually making sure it all works, then bringing out the alignment sheets to perfection. I think every element of this has been done so well. There's no way I would know where to start with this. And then, boom. Yay! Perfect. So then, you have got Hochanda.
So one piece kind of popped up there, but what I found is when I've been doing some samples at home, is that while I've got my pieces on my board, I've kind of thought, I'll just pop a few more pieces of card through for the future. So you can actually, although it's not a high magnet, it is enough to hold it. You can do some batch card making, no problem. Yeah.
And I think that's the lovely thing because you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that is perfect. Look at that. Absolutely spot on.
So if you were doing Christmas cards, you could, it could literally say from the Palmer family or whatever, and then you can just
do loads of them.
Yeah.
And it is such a clever system. You've then got, I'm going to play. And then, of course, you've got the bits that you've actually cut out. Of course, with the O's, You know, that one you've got your 2 halves, so you have to keep your 2 halves. And with the D, you've got your sticky bit and then your curly bit. But you're getting them out the die, so you can use those as well. But really, it's the cutting into the cardstock. That's what makes this incredible. Let's have a play. Can I have a play?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, so initially I have started with quite a bold, you know, font.
Yes.
But I'm thinking if this is something that people like, then in the future I'll maybe bring out something that's a little bit more scripted, a little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Was that a question? So, Denise said, is there going to be more? I love it. See, I love it, Claina. Your first show, and it's like, can we have some more? Oh, thank you, Denise. That is lovely. So, am I doing this right? So with this one, now, with the heart. So, with the heart. Oh, okay. So, that one goes there. So, with your heart ones.
Right, because you're aligning to the left.
Yeah.
That means your aligner piece needs to be on the right.
Ah. So it goes that way?
Yeah. And your
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't matter which way around you do it, but I do the little bobbly thing at the top. I know, these bits are funny because they're back to front, aren't they?
Yeah. So hold on a second. So would I do, oh no, so that one would have to be that way.
Are you doing
though, wouldn't
uppercase
it?
or lowercase?
That were a lowercase. So am I using the wrong one?
Do you say lowercase?
Yes.
Yeah, you got the right one then.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so you want it to be on the right hand side.
Amazing.
You've got it on the left again.
Oh yeah.
Everything, I know, it's strange, isn't it? So your words are...
That like that, but then it needs to be...
Yeah, you probably just need to swivel your letter around. What is it?
I've got an I.
Is it an I or an L?
It's definitely an I.
It could be an exclamation mark.
Oh, it could be an exclamation mark! That's where life's going wrong, isn't it?
I only know that because I've done it myself.
You're 100% right. Obviously. Oh, yeah! It's exclamation mark, Leona. I love. Oh, I love this. So, and then, let's find a Y. Pull it closer, Leona. Don't be an idiot.
On the bottom.
Y. Sorry, everyone at home. You're going, oh, I can tell you're new. Well, you'll all be new. So with something like this, you see, I never line anything up in my life. So, no, I do not. So I could line it up there, like that one. So I could line my Y up, so that'd hit the middle of my card, wouldn't it? And then maybe, I like these alignment sheet thingies. So I do it like that and do it like that. Boom. Can I cut this one?
Oh yeah, do you want your...
Yes, please. That is so easy. I mean, now I've got my head round it, and I'm not trying to use an exclamation mark the wrong way around. That's why it wouldn't work, folks. If you find your exclamation mark isn't working because you think it's an I, it's because you're doing it wrong. As I have just demonstrated for you. I love that I come in handy for demonstrating what not to do. Oh, are we mixing it up?
Well, I'm just thinking I could pop a...
Posh.
Because that's where the alignment sheets come in handy. We could just pop a frame around there.
Yeah, the alignment sheets are genius. The alignment sheets don't just come in handy, these are amazing. I'd get a few of these for when you do cut them wrong and you end up cutting a magnet, quite frankly. But that, yeah, these are brilliant ideas. £17.99. You've got your A4 for £17.99. I've used the A5. So, of course, you've got that. You are getting 2 sheets with the A4 or 2 sheets with the A5, £17.99. If you do want the A5, so maybe if you've got one of your smaller machines, you've got the A5 as well, but that's sat at the bottom of the screen for you. And that's 228490. That's your item number. The lovely thing, because you get loads, so while you're putting it through, you can be starting another one. Well, unless you've got a wind it machine and you have to do it yourself. Then you're not doing that. Posh new mats. This is super.
Right, so the only thing that you will find with doing it with a frame
Yes.
or with anything else at the same time, because the Lincolns don't need a lot of pressure, your frame just might need a little bit of help with the scissors, but I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, and I suppose that's a beautiful thing because something like a frame, because it's not a detailed die.
Sorry, did you want me to pull them out?
No, don't be daft, I'm happy.
But they've all stayed. Sometimes they do move around a little bit, but they've all stayed now on the aligner, so you could
Perfect.
pop that through again and again.
Yeah. Which, and even if it moves, I mean, that is so easy to put back. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Ain't it cool? That's so cool. Brilliant. I absolutely love these. And those would let you do it vertical as well, wouldn't they? You know, if you wanted to do sort of love going down.
Yeah.
You'd be able to do it that way,
it'll hold
wouldn't
them
you?
together. You can, the top and the bottom is flat, so you can butt them up against each other and do that.
Of course.
But of course, to stop any slipping around, you can definitely use those liners.
Yeah.
There's liner strips.
I love these. These are just too cool. It's so easy.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's a simple idea, but it does solve a few problems.
So, I mean, that is understating it. They are absolutely phenomenal. I think you've done such an incredible job. Okay, if you want these, please check your baskets out. These are brand new. I mean, I have not seen anything like these. It's such an incredible concept. Absolutely phenomenal. And do you know what? That price, you are getting the full alphabet. You are getting uppercase, you're getting lowercase. You've got the numbers, you've got your ordinals, you've got all your different abbreviations. You've got all your different thingies. You know, stone ordinals, commas, full stops, those bits, punctuation. I mean, this is a phenomenal set. The price, when you think about what you're getting, but it's when you think about how much you are going to use these, you know, in all your card making, mixing them up with things that you already have at home. And I think that's amazing in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because it's people's names, it's your, you know, your quirky names that you have for each other. You can use them in so many ways.
Yeah, use them with any sentiment or word dies you've already got, any stamps you've already got.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so trendy to mix up your fonts at the moment anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, and I have never seen anything that will let you do that. It's absolutely perfect. There is nothing else on the market like this. This is absolutely genius. And when you think about it, to be able to do that, that looks so crisp, so professional. That looks bought, doesn't it? But it's something that you can do time and time and time again. So clever. You've got your FlexiBuy. This is the first time that you've seen these. This is an absolutely brand new concept. Fantastic launch here on Hochanda. 663773 is your item number. I love these because they are going to allow you to personalise anything, but it's going to look perfect. And those, the shapers, genius.
Yeah.
It's just genius, isn't it?
They're clever. They don't look very much on their own, but they're clever what they can do.
Yeah. When you look at them, it's that I don't understand. But as soon as you've got your head around it, and obviously your curve can go, it can be a smile or it can be other way.
Yeah.
You know, it can be that way or that way. The choice is yours. 663773. Now, we have had a competition. So we have had a competition on Facebook. Who knew? Now, this was to be in with a chance of winning the brand new one-day special. Yeah, shall we announce the winner? So, Alan, congratulations, Alan Ness, you have won today's one-day special. Do you know what? That is such a treat. Well done. Anyone thinking of going for this, Claina, you've put so much work into this, you've perfected this. Why do you highly recommend it? Why do you think people need this in the die cutting collection? Why did you need it? Why did you want this?
I think because it gives you the results that you want to get, but can't always get.
Yes.
With your normal alphabet dies.
Yeah.
So it takes the frustration out of it a little bit. They're kind of, it's simple.
Yeah.
and it's quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I must have it, yeah. Even lining up.
Yeah.
I mean, I am the world's worst at lining anything up. I'm not, you know, but actually bringing them in with the alignment sheets, it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, they work together so well.
And I think that's the thing, isn't it? You know, sometimes using alphabets, they can actually be quite frustrating.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start die cutting, one will move out, or when you open it up, when you know, separate your plates, something's gone off on a skew whiffer. You've got floating B, but with this, it's kept in place.
Well, the thing is, if you want to place something on the front of your card or on the front of your you know, panel.
Yeah.
And once you put your card over the top of it, you can't see where about the die is underneath.
Yeah.
So placing something on your liner sheet, you know even when you've covered it up, where it is.
Yeah, yeah, and you can trust it.
Yeah.
It's such a good system. I love it as well because you've done this, but you can actually stencil through that. You know, you can be essentially making your own stencils.
Yeah.
But again, they're going to be perfect. They're going to be absolutely spot on. Thank you, Jack. And of course, they are going to work with everything else that we've got on the show, like the perfect bunting. And that, it just looks posh. Me and me posh. And that's one that has been teamed up with the sentiment die. That looks so effective.
Yeah.
The love and the hugs are beautiful. Claina, thank you ever so much. It's an amazing system and such a good price. 159 dies here. That is such a good price for just $62.96. 2 flexes, saving a massive £10 if you get these today. Now, Claina's going to be with you all tomorrow, but you've got another show coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, haven't you?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Thank you, Claina.
Thank you.
See, that were amazing. Well done. That were never your first show.